I'm very excited to teach this to you today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot on a live tether. But one of the hardest things is I can't answer questions while I'm shooting, so you're going to have to save your questions till the end, all right? And then often I'm going to answer the questions while I'm teaching anyway, so just stay listening and I'll try and answer as many questions. Now, when you shoot on a tether in Lightroom, it comes up on this screen here. You're going to get a little screen tether version of what I'm shooting, but what you're not going to see is what it looks like in my camera. You're going to see Lightroom's correction. So today I'm going to shoot 2 stops underexposed. Now remember the golden rule. When you shoot in a dark background, either a black dress or a black background, the camera is going to evaluative meter to her eye, but what it's going to do is get very confused about all the darkness, and it's going to say overexposed, so it's going to automatically overexpose the shot. So I'm going to override the meter by looking at the back of my camera, and I'm going to dial down my exposure so it's underexposed, so it's shooting 2 stops under. Now, no different opposite when you shoot in the backlight and it sees all that white, it instantly underexposes because it says too much light, it needs to be under, too much light, it needs to be under. And what happens is you'll get an underexposed shot. So you override the meter, slow down your shutter, and then you will overexpose it to stop. So I'm going to speed up my shutter and I'm going to underexpose this 2 stops. Now, you can see my light setup. In fact, I'm going to get Aaron to pan around to show you where the window is. The window is around the corner, and I covered half the window with a V-flat, okay? So that's a V-flat, and I've really only got half my window away from me. The light is coming into the room, and it's spilling around, and it's kind of filling up the space, but there is no direct light hitting Caitlin. In fact, Alice, if you turn off the studio lights, we'll make sure there's no artificial light hitting Caitlin at all. In fact, this is all ambient light, okay? So she's hiding here behind, and she's got no light on her. All right, so, okay, so what you're gonna get confused by is Aaron's camera that's filming me is exposing for the room. So it's lighting up this exposure. Aaron, can you give them some idea of what it really looks like in here? Like, can you give them the reality is? We're more like this. Can you see that dark? That's how dark it is in here. She has no natural light hitting her. All right? Now, this is how we do it. Save your questions till the end. I'm going to shoot both a male and a female in this light so that you can see how I do it, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, interestingly enough, this is not about the face. I am not going to photograph a front on of Caitlin's face because it is too dark. So I asked Bree when she styled Caitlin's hair to style her hair to cover her face. This is more about form than it is about portrait, okay? And that is the most important part. It's more about form. Now, remember the rules when I pose form. I always have 2 eye lines, looking straight in the camera or looking down the body line. So down the body line is when you're in your own energy and you're looking down your own body line. Okay, today we're going to explore a couple of other eye lines, like looking down this way, looking down 45 degrees, both sides looking down, extending the chin forward, and looking at form posing as opposed to portrait posing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stand Caitlin up. Caitlin, I want you to go onto one knee, on there, that's it, all the way forward. Now I want your left foot to be right up on the box, standing up, that's it, so your knee is up, and then I want you to hug your knee. I have done this portrait many times. I have done it nude, I have done it in lingerie. Remember, I don't shoot nude, but nude look. I can get her to wear underwear and then remove this little part here on Photoshop so it's a nude looking shot. Now I just want to see where her hair is, and I want to take her hair off here. Okay, can you sit a little taller so you're not so curly? That's it. And let's try this. I may actually bring her here. Well, let's take a shot and see what it looks like. Now, really important, I'll have that one, G. Really important, what I'm gonna do is expose for the mid-tone. So let's have a look at the camera and see what the camera is picking up. Now, this is not about her face, so I want her eyes down. And right now, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna have to pull back. I'm on the 50 mil, okay? I'm at 2.8, I'm at 60th of a second, so nice and slow at 640. Now she has absolutely no light hitting her other than the ambient light in the room. Okay, tell me when that gets uncomfortable, because we'll get you up from there. Can I have the box? Okay, I'm gonna sit here on the box because it's a little bit lower. Now, Caitlin is lean and she's long, so I can shoot Caitlin a little bit lower than I normally would. That's really important. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just focus on this low light shot. And then what I'm going to do is slowly turn her around, do a little bit more posing, but I want you to see this. The image you are seeing on the screen looks probably a little bit underexposed, but you can see the natural highlights of the light in the room coming up. But when we re-edit it, you're going to see exactly what's in my camera. And what's in my camera, because Lightroom will expose for the best result. Like Lightroom is correcting my exposure, and I am going to go against what my camera wants to do, okay? Because my camera wants more light and I do not want to give it more light. So the goal is to try and shoot it as dark as possible, but not so dark that the camera is asking you to see more, okay? That the camera is saying up your exposure, you're going against it. So from here, now what I'm gonna do is turn Caitlin around. I did something really mean there. I was talking and I left Caitlin in this position, and the problem with this position is it really hurts, so I have to be quick, sorry. Come around to me, I know this hurts. Bring your foot towards me a little bit more, that's it. And you can even bring your foot over the edge and point it down, good girl. Now hug, that's it, stay there. Now eyes down here, good girl, stay there. So remember, we're looking at form, we're not looking at portrait. And right now, this is beautiful. Bring your chin this way. And why don't you give me a tip this way? Now, why don't you just move this shoulder in just a little bit more, good girl. Okay, I'm just gonna pull Caitlin's hair out. We've got no fans on right now and it's 100 degrees here, so it's like, okay, there you go, beautiful, Caitlin, look at this, I love this. Okay, just do one with your eyes open and we'll try that. Look at me, that's a good, chin up just a touch, other way, that's it, stay there, stay there. Gotcha. Okay, relax your legs. All right, so as you can see, you're getting a very different, you can relax, good girl. You're getting a very different look in the Lightroom that I'm getting on the back of my camera. So, all right, from here, actually stay with your leg in this position and bring your eyes down this way. Okay, the goal here is regardless of what you're shooting, the goal is that it's more about form. So let's from here, bring your feet down in the front. Let's give her that ladder there and this one here. Slide that over. Yeah, you sit up on there. Now I'm trying to keep Caitlin in the dullest light I can. I don't want to bring her forward into the light like I normally would. I want to keep it in dull light. My setting's exactly the same. Okay, from here, let's put your left foot back on there. Let's put your right toe right up there, good girl. Let's lean forward and bring your knees here. Okay, and now it's about form, so we're gonna tip into your hair and then bring your chin down. Okay, not so much, you curled up too much. So really bring your toes, good girl, that's beautiful. Okay, from here, I'm gonna go into this low light here, beautiful. Sit up a little bit higher, that's a girl, tip a little bit more. That's a girl, stay there, beautiful, I love that. Okay, and point those toes for me, Caitlin, really point them. Bring this one over here a little bit more, good girl, stay there, stay there, stay there. We got you. Okay, from here, Caitlin is very long, so I have to pull right back to here to get her toes in. She's got a long legs, this girl. All right, from here, let's stand you up. Okay, standing up, I'm gonna both stand up, Jerson and Caitlin, going back against the wall. It's such a dark silhouetted shot. Something I would really love is, do we have any black fabric or anything like that? Actually, any fabric color would be good because it's just gonna be an example of what it looks like. So from here, let's turn your body this way and hug your elbows and arms. Good girl. Now really kick your booty back. So swap feet. That's it, perfect. So she has gorgeous form. Now just touch here instead of your elbow and stay there. Now maybe don't lean on the wall. Lean towards me a little bit more. Good girl. Okay, so I'm setting her form in this light, allowing for this dark light. I'm going to cover her eye because I'm not concerned. Now I want more than that. I'm not concerned about this being about her face. I want this to be about her body. This would be a really great time to bring in some fabric. So I'll get them to go and find me a piece of fabric. I never thought about that. When I'm posing somebody like this, whether they're in lingerie or whether they're a bit nude, or that one. Yep, beautiful. Perfect. So imagine that she was sort of semi-nude and hold that across your boobs. So let's say, just hold it sort of there, a bit lower. So imagine we were hiding her boobs and that this wasn't here, so she doesn't have a sleeve. And then we could just maybe show her back line, maybe her bottom, maybe her underwear. So it's just a little bit like showing her form. And let's cross your hands over your heart. Okay, so if you want people to be naked or be a little bit naked, you can just say to them, it's very comfortable, wear your undies, and then we'll remove the undie line on Photoshop. If they're comfortable naked, they're comfortable naked. But when I give people the opportunity to wear underwear, 99% of people come out in their underwear, which tells me they feel safer in their underwear. Now you can ask people to be nude as much as you want, but if you show beautiful nude looking images and they go, I want that, go sure. The cool part is you don't have to take your underwear off and you can be topless, but they can walk out covering their boobs. Also, when I'm posing for the body, I'll say to them, I'll just take this. I'll say to them, look, take this into the dressing room with you. When you undress, leave your underwear on and cover your boobs like this, and then you can walk out like this, covered with their undies on, and they'll walk out very comfortably covered. And then I pose their hands, and then I set the pose so that their booty is just showing, or whatever, how much they want to show. Always ask how much they want to show. Always ask them how nude they want to be. Talk to them like it's a very easy conversation. It should be an easy conversation. How nude do you want to be? How nude do you want to look? Do you want to show your booty, or do you want to cover your booty? Because right now, if Caitlin had no undies on, and her bum was there, maybe she doesn't want to show her bum, so I would just clip the fabric here and do it like a loose dress where I could maybe see her back line, and it would be absolutely beautiful. So this is the form that I want, and I want to show this form with this light. So you just have to imagine Caitlin with no clothes on. I'm sorry that a whole lot of people are imagining you with no clothes on right now. Okay. Take a little step this way, Caitlin. She's just coming off the background, and I've got to make sure she stays in the dark light. Like I want her completely in that dark light so that I can show you this finished product. Slide your hands down your heart a little bit more. Good girl. Absolutely beautiful. Now, this is something that I do. Jason, just come and be her pretend boyfriend for a minute. Come and stand behind her. So right now, this is where you can create beautiful couple shots that are very arty and very beautiful in this low light. This is where I would do that gorgeous dark shot. I love doing body work. I love doing boys' body work and girls' body work in this low light. You've just got to remember it's not a portrait, it's about the form. So when I'm posing a couple, I would have her looking down his body line, him looking down her body line with his chin away from his neck, okay? So I would be making them touch, making them cuddle, making them wrap arms around each other, and I would be doing this in this gorgeous low light. But I won't do this because they're like brother and sister and it's weird. Okay, okay, come out. Okay, so all of the rotations that I normally do in posing, so Caitlin, come and sit your bum there. All of the rotations I normally do in posing, I'm going to make them a little bit more form-like. So let's see, what I'll do is, let's bring the fabric, keep the fabric up, and let's imagine that you're still covering your own boobs, so just bring your hands up to your heart, and we're just using this fabric. Now, I want to create this beautiful sort of lower, that's it, and hands on your heart, so together, that's it. So don't hold the fabric, hold the heart. Okay, now Actually, can I take your sleeve out of here?
Yeah.
I can. I'm just going to take Caitlin's sleeve. See, just don't flash. Yeah. Okay, no, this is great. It's showing. Okay, so just imagine I've got this beautiful shape here. She's got a bare arm. I can do all of these forms without getting people to take their clothes off. I just think it's beautiful. Now, if it's going to be form, her shoulder comes forward and her chin comes down. Okay, so she's got lots of beautiful shape here. I wouldn't put the fan into the hair because I really just want to create this look here. So let me take that. I love that. Okay, from here, I'm going to rotate her around. So come around to me this way. Stop. That's a girl. More shoulder. That's it. Chin down. Okay. Sit up a little taller, Caitlin, and that's it. I don't want that curly back just yet because I want this shot here. I absolutely love this. Oh, I can't wait to retouch these and show you guys. It's so beautiful. Okay, from here, let's imagine, okay, can I take that away without, oh yeah, so your back sleeve is still bare. So let's just hold your waist, that's it, and then bring this elbow back a little touch, halfway. That's it, stop, stop, stop. Okay, so let's look at this. It's not really a portrait, it's still form. Let's bring the elbow back, stop there. There it is. Let's try this. See if it's too much. Okay, keep this hand here and this one come across. No, down underneath your other hand. That, stop. Elbows in. Good girl. Now slide back. Okay, the one thing I'm being aware of right now is, this is a mistake we all make in posing, is from the front, if I push her hand down, she becomes an amputee. Okay, because you just see that and it finishes, goes to nowhere, and straight away we've got half our arm. You know, we always want to finish where the arm is going and watch where the arm is going. So we can play around also. Imagine that if she's not touching herself, chin down, eyes down, that's a girl. If she's not got her arms around herself, she can bring her arms forward, elbows into here, bend slightly, nice curly shoulders, good girl. Okay, and then she's here like this. Okay, so all the standing poses for Caitlin, stand up again. So you can do all of the rotations. Just remember, it's all about the energy in her own body. Lots of touch. Let's look at, let's put your top back on. Okay, so let's look at touch. When we touch the body, touch your hand around. Okay, we want to touch down. Okay, we want to actually touch the body and do beautiful form posing like this, lots of touching. Lean back against the wall. If she's going to lean back against the wall, she needs to have her hair forward. Okay, now chin goes the opposite way to the shoulder. Okay, drop the shoulder down. Good girl. Maybe halfway. That's it. Stay there, chin down now. Okay, so I'm going to get her to just do some little standing form poses. How about a little cat pose where she's got her hands up like this? So she's showing the booty, hands back to the wall, like touch down. Okay, I'm not a big fan of armpits in a shot, so let's see if we can touch here. And let's curl these fingers up a little bit more. That's it. Don't move, eyes down. Okay, lots of shape. S bend into the body. Come up onto the toe, curve around. And you want one elbow to be slightly straighter than the other, right there. Bring the hands back to the wall, Caitlin. That's it. Okay, from here, let's try this. Let's bring your hands around your body. So one hug, that's it. One hand down, lower. That's it. So we're going to look this way. Stay there. Okay, come right up onto your right toe, honey. That's a girl. So her face is just poking out of her here, which is absolutely beautiful. And chin down a little wee bit. That's it. So we've got that form. Okay, I love that. Thumb down, Caitlin. Good girl. Okay, most people put their thumbs up, so you always got to look for that thumb. To me, I love all of these looks. Let's bring your hands to here. Okay, so right up onto your toe. That's it. You're curling your shoulder in a little bit more. Chin down, eyes down. Okay, not too much because Caitlin's long, so if I make her put her chin down, it's going to look awkward. All right, here. Beautiful, good girl. Stay there and chin down a little touch more. Let's change the shape of your face this way. Stop. Oh, that's beautiful. Go back this way. Stop. More. Stop. Don't be afraid to change the direction of the face because I love it and I think it's absolutely gorgeous and it really works. All right, I'm going to swap Jerson out. So Jerson, I just want to make one thing super clear. It seems to be this thing I'm a bit of a staunch feminist, and I've noticed that whenever I post an image of a guy or a Jason, there seems to be a lot of comment about how hot he is. And I feel like if we were doing that to Caitlin, that it would be really offensive. So I said to Jason, will you take your shirt off for this shoot? But I just want to make it really clear, I don't want to hear any comments about Jason's shirt being off. Okay, so if Jason is my private client, I would not make him feel bad about being with his shirt off. I wouldn't be like, whoa, check him out, he's hot, because I'd never speak to Caitlin like that either. So why is it okay for girls to say that about Jason? It's not, ladies, all right? If guys were talking about girls like that on our Facebook page, we'd run them through. So girls, I don't want to hear any derogatory comments, and I just want to say that Jason is preparing for Fashion Week, to walk Fashion Week, because he is a model, he's a photographer and a part-time model. So he has been working out 2 hours a day, even though he kind of looks like this on a daily basis. And so that's why I photographed him with no shirt on, because I did his modeling folio for Fashion Week. So I told Jason I'm going to ask him to take his shirt off, and that he's going to feel comfortable about all of you watching. All right. So awkward. Thanks, Judy. Okay, now I want to show you the difference between Caitlin, how Caitlin poses, and how Jason poses. No different in the light. Now this light, go back with your back against the wall, thumbs into your jeans. Now this light is no different for Caitlin than it is for Jason, which is really odd, because normally I would change the light a lot for a girl or a boy, but I'm still going to shoot this incredibly flat light. And just like Caitlin, the only difference in the posing between Jason and Caitlin is I'm not going to get Jason to move his hips. Okay, he's simply going to stay here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get G to roll his shoulders forward just ever so slightly, not too much, relax them down, push his chin towards me. Okay, now roll him forward a little bit more, that's it, relax your elbows. Okay, chin forward a little bit more. Now I get Jason to put his chin forward because I don't want him to sit into his chin here. I want him to come forward, but he does not go chin down unless he is looking down. So have a look at this. Okay, from here, I want you to bring your chin, stop, eyes down. That's it. So I want Jason to give me an ab crunch, just nice and slow, but rolling his shoulders forward. Perfect. And I want it, he is a bit darker than Caitlin, so I have to bring my exposure up just a stop. Okay, so I am still a full 2 stops under. So let me bring it up just a stop more. Okay, I'm at 40th of a second, so I'm really in danger of being a little bit handheld and being careful. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm not going too high. I would feel more comfortable at 60th of a second, but I'm a good 2 stops underexposed. Okay, so from here, I'm going to do this. Now, for the boys, the one thing I don't do for the girls in posing is bring his hips forward. So bring your hips forward towards me so your shoulders are off. Okay, so I bring his hips forward and it defines his abs a little bit more, and he can crunch down, and it looks okay that his hips are towards me. Okay, so it's really important. His hips are towards me. So I'm going to be here. G, I want your chin this way. That's it, looking down. That's it. Now do one where your eyes are to me, chin up, nice and strong. Push your chin towards me. That's it, that's it. Okay, good abs, I've got good light. This is absolutely perfect. I'm still in that low highlight. I need that black one there because I think Jason's a bit tall for this one. Okay, this is something I love to do with the boys in this pose, the pose in this light. Put your foot up there, G, and I want your elbows onto your knees. Now, what this does is it gives this amazing shape. You get the shape, you get the veins in the arms, everything. Push your chest back. Okay, so this is body work, all right? This is for body work. The whole point of body work is that it's about, you know, the shirt off poses and the lingerie poses and the girls that want to look a little bit nude. This is lighting for body work. That's the whole point of it. I would never shoot a portrait like this. This is just for his form. Now, stay exactly as you are. Let me take the shot. He's in such incredible light here. Eyes down. Okay, eyes to here. Chin up a little bit. Okay, here's the trick about getting the boys to look. The eyes must follow the nose. So if I tell him to put his eyes here, His eyes have to go with his nose, otherwise it looks like he's looking off. Okay, I absolutely love that. All right, it's very dark, it's very intense. Chin up a little touch, G, that's it. Now, I'm shooting on the 50 mil, okay, so I can shoot a little bit lower with G, and I can shoot a little bit lower with Caitlin, because they're both lean and very long. They are tall, lean, long people. Now, if I was trying to slim them, I would be above them ever so slightly with a tilt forward, okay? Now, from here, watch this. The same way I rotate, bring your foot this way. Yeah, sorry, that way, and this one. No. Bring this foot towards me, so you're in the same position, but you're coming around. Sorry, I'm not explaining myself very well. All right, now, I'm going to get him to rotate into this pose. Can I go there? Because you're off frame. That's it. Now do it again, hands there. Okay, now I can see the side of his torso. No differently than when Caitlin was popping her booty out this way. This is Jerson's booty pop, but his booty pop is his torso. He doesn't pop his bum. He shows me this part of his body, okay? See, with the girls, we clip in the waist and we put the booty out, but with the boys, we don't put their booty out. It's about showing this side of the torso, okay? And that's really, really important. So from here, that's it. Okay, relax your shoulders nice and wide. That's perfect, G. Now bring your chin around this way and look down. That's it. All right, now, at the moment, oh, sorry, I got to blink. I don't want to blink, I want looking down. So at the moment, Jerson is very lean because he's preparing for Fashion Week. So he's not bodybuilding, or he's not looking for size. And usually when guys come in for bodybuilding shots, they want to look big and they want to look strong. Like Jerson's really cut right now, so there's a few positions I can't put him in because he is pretty lean. So I'm still at 2.8, but what I did was, to get a better exposure on his dark skin, instead of putting my ISO up, I opened my aperture up to 2.2. So I'm shooting him at 2.2. I shot Caitlin at 2.8 because Jerson's darker. He's darker skinned. And so I opened up to let a little bit more light in, but I still have zero highlights hitting his body, even though you can see on the camera, on the images, it looks like there is, but there's not. Okay, the next thing I do is I can do full rotations and posing. I can do full standing, stand against the wall, G. So you know how he was standing with his thumbs to the wall? Turn side on to me, that's it. Push your hips forward, that way, that's it, that's it. Now, look at this line. Look at the side torso line. Okay, stay there, push your chin forward. That's it, down a little touch. Okay, look down with your eyes, lower with your eyes. Okay, bring your chin around this way, eyes down. That's it, stay there. Bring your chin around a little bit more, stop. Okay, eyes to me now, chin up, that's it. Now, standing rotation, no different. The difference between Caitlin and Jerson, Caitlin puts her booty back, Jerson puts his hips forward, okay? It's a different center of gravity for the girls and the boys, okay? Now, I love the rotation, I love the sitting rotation, and this is where I will do this. So where I curled Caitlin's knees up, I won't do that with G. What I'm gonna do with G is get him to sit with his left foot up, okay? And that's too high. So let's do a little half box, that's it. Now, what I want is any rotation position here, okay? So where Caitlin was all curled up, holding her knee and being in feminine poses, G has to be the opposite, okay? So his knees have to be apart, okay? Because we can't get the boys with their knees together, all right? And from here, I want him to cave in. Doesn't look terribly good with the abs, but it is a great shot. Elbow out. Like I notice whenever I shoot, don't move. Okay, push your chin an inch, stop, eyes down. Okay, now this is about form, so this is not about a portrait. This is not about his face. Okay, let's fix this hand. Let's bring this elbow towards me. That's it. Let's bring this chin this way. Stop. That's it. Push your chin towards me a little bit, G. That's it. Eyes down. Perfect, right there. Okay, I absolutely love this. I got the other one on a slight blink. Okay, perfect. Here. All right, let's bring this elbow up to your shoulder. So, okay, chin, thumb in. That's it. All right, stay curly. That's it, and chin, stay there. Okay, relax his hand in because it's just flat towards the camera. So like this, G, bring it, stop. Curly fingers a little bit. That's it, stay there. I'm just finding my focal point. Okay, stay there, stay there. I'm in a dark position so my camera is not picking up, we got it, his eye. I'm gonna come back. I love this. Bring your chin around to me a little bit more, all the way. Keep going, stop, stay there. All right, keep going. That's it, done. All right, that concludes my posing for both girls and boys in this dark light.